everyone, it's Darby from Blue Television Games. Today I thought it would be cool to go over some tips for beginners. This will be a list of things to avoid doing when making levels. Some of these might be tempting to do, especially when you're first starting out, but it will really annoy a lot of players and it's usually not fun if you include these things that are in this video. So without further ado, let's get started on things not to do in Super Mario Maker, and this will be great for those of you that are just starting out. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first up we have instant death pipes and doors. Meaning that when you go through a pipe or a door, you instantly fall into a death trap. For most people playing your levels, this will be an instant skip. If they're playing the 100 Mario Challenge, they're not going to play your level. Or if they play your level and you kill them in this cheap way, they're most likely just going to skip it. So if you do have the desire to do something like this, why not give the player a chance to get out of the situation? Let's say they go through the door and almost fall to their death, but there's a donut block there. They have a chance to jump up, and sure, if they stand there too long, they're going to die, but at least they had a chance to get out of it. It's a lot more fair to give the player an opportunity to get out of a situation than just to force them to die. Alright, next up we have blind jumps. This is where the player can't see where they're going to land, and they just have to jump and hope for the best. This is an easy problem to fix. One of the easiest ways to do this is just to use some coins to guide the player. Notice with the coins there, it's way easier to make this jump because I actually know where I'm supposed to land. Alright, next up we have enemy spam. This is where you just litter your stage with a bunch of different types of enemies. It's just really chaotic, it never looks good, it just makes your stage very forgettable, just feels kind of lazy, very artificially difficult. If you stick with just using a couple enemy types in your level, it'll make it way more memorable, and actually a lot more fun usually. Like this little sample in the background where it's only chain chomps and spinies. It'll definitely make your level stand out more, not to get carried away. Alright, next up on what not to do is unfinished pipes. This just looks really bad and it also seems very lazy. There's a lot of ways you can top off a pipe to make it look nice, but when it's chopped off like this, it's just very unpleasing. Here's the same layout with the one pipe up higher off the screen and something blocking it in. Here's another option where they're both blocked in. There's so many ways you can do this that there's really no excuse not to finish your pipes. Alright, next up we have hidden blocks, jumps, and pits. This is where you put a hidden block to purposely kill a player when they go to jump over a pit. They have no way of being warned that it's going to happen. It can be very frustrating. The other version of this is where you go down to a pipe that you think you can go in but you can't, and then you go to jump up and you're blocked in. You actually have to restart the level at that point. Both of these examples are extremely annoying, and a majority of people are just going to skip your level if you add these, especially if you put the laughing sound effect when you get stuck. It's going to make a lot of people rage quit, and no one's going to want to play your levels. For the last what not to do tip in this video, it's instant death at the start. A lot of people will do this where they start with a giant thwomp right at the beginning. You're just trying to figure out what to do and you die instantly. Another example is putting an enemy right next to Mario to where if you don't immediately run to the left, you'll die. Most people start with forward momentum, so this will usually result in an instant death. It's just really cheap and not fun for anybody. This will conclude all the tips on what not to do for today. If you guys liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this on tips and tricks of things maybe to not do or things to make your levels better. Until next time, I'll see you guys around.